The largest all-in Tesla stock investor is absolutely livid right now. He's an actual billionaire and most of his net worth is in Tesla stock. The biggest Tesla shareholder, of course, is Elon Musk, number one. Number two is Larry Ellison, who used to sit on Tesla's board, but in relative terms compared to his net worth, it's not very much. Larry owns 45 million shares of Tesla, which is about $8-ish billion. So not even 10% of his net worth. But Leo, he has put most of his net worth in Tesla stock. So he has a strong voice. He can actually influence the board at least a little bit. And certainly many retail Tesla stock investors look at what Leo is saying and what he thinks. So he has actually quite a bit of influence and he is livid. And based on his latest update, Leo now has over $4 billion worth of Tesla stocks. Let me show you this, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. It gets quite a bit worse very quickly. Tesla board is missing in action. The market is not normal. That is why it is imperative the board is doing the buyback now. Now means now, not hypothetical. New retail investors bought high and forced to sell low, not those who bought Tesla at $4 per share or less and sold them at $400. Split adjusted, by the way, I bought below $20 per share early 2019. This is where it gets really bad. See who the tweet is from? Gordon Johnson. No, then the third biggest retail Tesla stock investor is quoting Gordon Johnson and giving Johnson some credibility. You know, things are not going well. At least that's how Leo probably feels. And there's a lot more to get into. We will dive in. Let's start with Gordon's tweet that Leo retweeted. Is this not a cheap attempt to prop the stock up under the guise of saving the planet? For what it's worth, over the past 5 years, Tesla insiders have sold $37 billion worth of stock, yet purchased $0.081 billion, which is $81 million, or a ratio of 459 to 1 in favor of stock sales. Thus, it seems you're buying from insiders. No? Question mark. Now, Gordon certainly knows how to make things look quite a bit worse than how they appear, although this is a valid point. But let's just dig a little bit deeper into Gordon's point specifically here. First, you have to know that Gordon Johnson averaged 5.7% return since 2010. That's 12 years. Just refresh the page. You can see 2010 minus 5.7% average return. All of this while the market returned, S&P 500, 243% roughly in total. So Gordon lost money while being super busy looking at every single company, giving ratings here and there for all of these companies, including Tesla. If he would have just done nothing, like literally, he just sat back, done nothing, and just said, buy S&P 500. Every single year, buy S&P 500. Every single year, buy S&P 500. He would have made money. So I know I have been harsh on Gordon Johnson, but I do understand why some people take his investment advice. I mean, they literally do the opposite of what he does and they make money. So for that, Gordon is great. He's very reliable for that. And by the way, Gary Black today called Gordon Johnson an idiot. Now, I don't know if I would go that far, but I will say this. If you do follow Gordon's investment advice, then I think you are an idiot. I'm not saying Gordon is an idiot, but if you do follow his investment advice, then you are an idiot because you're going to lose money, basically, it looks to me. Although I do see some value in finding the absolute worst things or finding good things and then putting them in the absolute worst way possible. I do see some value in that. As an investor, I want to know the worst. So I'm not saying there's zero value in looking at what Gordon is presenting. I think there is some. It just you have to assume it's going to be BS. And maybe one time out of 100, it will not. But most of the time, it is going to be. So in this case, Elon had to sell Tesla stock because of taxes, or he would have had to taken out a loan against Tesla stock to pay these taxes. It was billions of dollars. So that's where most of the selling came from. Now, Twitter selling and everything else, that's a whole different thing. And specifically, who was selling? Only Elon, Baglino, and CFO Zachary. If you didn't know, their salary is only $300,000 per year. I checked in one of the filings. That's nothing. So of course we are going to sell Tesla stock. Also, it is quite convenient to just ignore that. Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Nvidia, you look at these companies, same thing is going on. Leo is fed up with Tesla having tens of billions of dollars of cash and not doing buybacks. He's saying shareholders have a duty to tell the managers and the board how to utilize free cash flow. The cash belongs to shareholders, not to Tesla or its managers. The company under Elon's leadership has performed superbly, which I fully agree with. The part where Elon's leadership performed superbly, but its stock price is abysmally tanking. Did someone say? Buying opportunity. Misalignment must be fixed now. So here is Gary's tweet that Leo retweeted, and Gary is projecting 28% internal rate of return of buying Tesla stock. Leo's numbers are higher. Here's one thing that I would like everyone to pay attention to. Tesla's return on invested capital is 29% according to this chart right here, which is pretty high. And Gary, who is a big Tesla stock bull, no doubt about that, his 1 year Tesla stock target, 6 to 12 months, Tesla stock target has been at $550 now for a long time. Now, I understand the buybacks are after you fund every single thing that you can fund to grow. I understand that. But Tesla has a phenomenal return on invested capital, and this is why some investors are not really on board with the whole buyback thing, as long as they don't need the money like right now. Leo is definitely quite upset. Look at the tweets that he has been retweeting. Unfortunately for us, Elon is busy realizing his plans and dreams. We shareholders are expendable. He believes Tesla will be the biggest and best company in the world. In spite of his antics, he believes at the end we will make money. He cannot be bothered with daily up and downs. I mean, the retweeted tweets include things like "we are doomed." Now, I am a long-term Tesla stock investor. I don't think so. Not at all. The short term, how much is it going to hurt? How big of a buying opportunity we will have? That is to be determined. It might be quite wild, but I feel very comfortable holding Tesla stock long term. Here is one thing to keep in mind, though, why perhaps this is happening. If anyone knows if Leo has margin or no, I would welcome that in the comments below. It doesn't seem to be very easy to find quickly. Maybe he doesn't have any margin. I hope he does not have any margin, by the way. I am quite strongly against going into margin when it comes to buying any stock long term. But he did make a lot of money when he went into margin, but he almost lost everything, his whole Tesla stock position. So, I don't know. Is Leo in margin right now? I mean, the stock is down a lot. If he is, that would be quite scary. However, he does say publicly to not buy Tesla stock with margin borrowing. So I would be quite surprised if he was deep in margin right now. So yeah, the sentiment is quite negative from Leo at the moment. He's retweeted tweets like this one: I first invested in Tesla because of Elon and his vision. Today, I'm still invested in Tesla in spite of Elon. He's distracted, reckless, and lost touch with the core mission of Tesla. Trust is not something he can easily rebuild. Here's another one. I remember when Elon Musk enjoyed burning the shorts, miss those days, and there's many more. And most of them have this sort of similar feel to them, and it is not looking good how Leo is feeling. Now, however, I personally would not be investing in Tesla stock if Elon was not part of Tesla, at least not to the capacity that I am invested at the moment. Tesla stock is the only stock that I own in my stock portfolio. If Elon was not a part of Tesla, and I know he makes mistakes, but he corrects those mistakes very quickly. I know he's busy with Twitter, of course. I would selfishly prefer him to work just on Tesla. Dump SpaceX, dump Twitter, just work at Tesla, unless I can buy stock of SpaceX or Twitter. Oh man, I would be totally fine with it. I would buy stocks of all of these free companies. So I generally think that Elon knows what he's doing, and even if his attention is limited to Tesla, I think he will still will be able to run Tesla just fine. And that's just one of the reasons why I own Tesla stock in my stock portfolio. My name is Matt Postis. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you right here, unless you already watched this video, and I'll see you right here. Thank you so much for watching.